That's not to say, however, that we can't provide racing to everybody at some capacity. Without getting into too much detail on the business model itself and the plan, essentially it's going to be something that is accessible to the public as well as a private type of facility. It is large enough to do both. There's no reason we can't do both. We certainly do not want to buy this place and then make it a rich guy's club that nobody else can access. That defeats the entire purpose. And those already exist in South Florida. You have the Concourse Club in Opelika. You have P1 opening up just north of Palm Beach. Those are private, exclusive motorsports clubs. We don't need more of those. Those are great. There's a place for those. PBIR needs to be accessible to the public.
A place for the people, right?
Yes.
And then we can have sanctioned events there.
100%. We are working with the NHRA right now on what would become, an NHRA-sanctioned track again, and or maybe even the IHRA, who's buying up all kinds of stuff right now. And if Darryl Cuttell, the guy that owns IHRA, is buying up all the tracks right now.
Right.
He tried to buy PBIR. I'm not going to go into details about that, but I can tell you that it didn't work out. And there's a number of reasons for that, but anyway, that's probably a good thing.
Yeah.
That's why we think it's meant to be for us. But
well, the interest is there, like, from multiple parties, so it's not like you're just alone in this fantasy, like that's never going to happen. You know, the fact that other people are trying to essentially compete. At the end of the day, like, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. So
yes,
we'd all like to see it come back, but we want to see it come back under the right stewardship.
Yes,
there are things that need to be changed. You're talking about, let's say, the technology that we have now compared to 10 years ago, which was at the height of like how things were being managed and run, and the future look to them is completely different now. Mm-hmm. So I think that you're going to need a different view of the future to make sure that the one thing that people are going to dread is, how do we stop this from happening again? Mm-hmm. How do we know that, okay, cool, 5 years from now, lock it up and throw away the key again? Like, what's going to stop that from happening? That's
a good question. Stewardship, as you said, it's going to take guys that aren't, it's going to take businessmen. It's going to take people who are into business. It's a business, but it's going to take people and leadership and ownership that want to see it through forever. And that's what we are. That's what we represent. I'm not a private equity manager. I'm not a hedge fund manager. I'm not some rich guy who just wants to come in and make it my playground and don't really care. I've made that very clear with the local government. We've met with the mayor of Palm Beach County multiple times. We've met with the tourism board. We've done our diligence. We've met with the people we needed to meet, and we made it very clear from the get-go that we want this place to last forever, well past my life, into my children's lives and their children's lives. That otherwise we're wasting our time, and that's not our mission.